Was the meeting posted?
Yes.
Okay.
Commission will now take up applications for special one-day licenses for alcoholic beverages and also for amplification permit. For the beer and wine only, either one, Frederick J. Gabriel of the Lowell Catholic High School Parent Association for Saturday, March 7th, 2009, from 7 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. The event is a wine and beer tasting social at the Lowell Catholic High School Auditorium at 530 Stephen Street. Alice Gabriel is here representing her husband. There is also a communication on file from Lisa Perrell of the business manager of the high school, dated February 12th, in which she confirmed scheduling of the event for adults only, no students or underage persons to be in attendance. Also for beer and wine license, Corey Belanger for Saturday, March 14th, 2009, from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. The event is St. Patrick's Day celebration at Jackson Street, an enclosed tent adjacent to Major's Pub. Also Richard S. Barrett for Tuesday, March 17th, 2009, from 4 p.m. to 12 midnight. The event is St. Patrick's Day to be held in a tent-enclosed area at the parking lot adjacent to Kilkenny Pub at 660 Rogers Street. There are two amplification permit applications. Corey Belanger for CB Enterprises, Inc. for Saturday, March 14th, from 8 p.m. to 12 midnight. Live music band with an enclosed tent on Jackson Street adjacent to Major's Pub. That's in conjunction with the St. Patrick's Day celebration. As well as Richard Barrett of Kilkenny Pub at 660 Rogers Street for Tuesday, March 17th, from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Again, the event is St. Patrick's Day, a band at the Kilkenny Pub with the sound system, and that'll be in the tent area in their parking lot.
Okay, if you'd be kind enough, just to introduce yourself for the record.
Richard Barrett, Kilkenny Pub.
Corey Belanger, Major's Pub.
Alice Gabriel, Lowell Catholic High School.
Okay, you've all been here before, you all understand the responsibility of having a liquor license. You're gonna have somebody crossing the people on the street?
Yes.
Okay, that's the only concern there. You know, as far as the sounds outside, you understand that you're in a neighborhood, you've got people around, make sure you're considerate of them. I don't think that we've had any problems with any of these, have we, Captain Webb?
No, Mr. Chairman.
No. Okay. That being said, I'm not going to go through the spiel. You've all been here before, and I know you'll keep your husband on the straight and narrow. You know, if not, just, you know, okay? Any questions?
No questions. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say yes.
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 Okay, thank you very much. I hope you have a extremely successful event, and we don't see you back here. Amen, brother. Okay, next on the agenda.
Commission will take up the application by Victoria C. McMahon for a license to buy and sell secondhand articles for premises at 6 Rock Street. The license period is effective May 1, 2008 to April 30th, 2009.
Introduce yourself for the record.
Victoria McMahon.
Okay, have you ever been in this business before?
No, I have not.
No, okay.
This is a new venture.
The only thing that you've got to be, I mean, I know that your husband has had experience. The thing you've got to be careful of is people coming in selling you things that are stolen.
Correct.
So, you know, if you have any doubts whatsoever, a copy of their driver's license or a picture, and certainly if people are coming in selling you something like a stereo or something like that, a serial number to the police department. I don't think a second-hand store falls under the same as a pawn shop, does it, right? No.
A lot of things that we plan to get actually won't be bought.
Okay,
So-
which is good. But every once in a while, you'll be surprised. Somebody will walk in, hey, what do you give me for this, you know?
Right.
And when they do, you know, a lot of times, and especially in times like this when the economy's down, people are looking around, you know, like, I laugh every time I see the old gold, you know, the gold ad on television. I can't even imagine people being
actually doing that, correct.
that dumb to put their jewelry and send it off to somebody, and they say, oh, it was worth $200. You know, it's gone. It's gone.
Absolutely.
So, you know, but people do look around and say, you know, maybe we ought to sell this living room set or the divan or something, and that's all well and fine. What we're concerned about is somebody walking in your store saying, hey, you know, I got a Bose system, you know, right out of a church. You can't beat this, you know. That's the type of thing. So that's our only warning to you, you know. We wish you to, you know, if anybody, any questions?
I have no questions. I'll go ahead and make the motion to approve.
Motion made. Any questions on the question?
I'll have a question.
Sure.
I have a question, not on this, I'll make a motion to approve. and
No, the
then I'll-
motion's been made to
I'll
approve. Second it,
approve. I'll
all in
second it.
favor, say yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank
we
you.
got a question on it. Go.
Well, I'll ask the law department.
Oh,
after.
okay, you're all.
Okay, thank
All in
you,
favor,
gentlemen.
say yes, yes?
Yes.
Okay, good luck, okay. And that's the meeting. Do you want to go?
One item on the agenda.
Okay. Right, that's right. You want to ask the question, or you want him to do his?
Well, this is just, in the regulation here, chapter 185, it says that, the secondhand articles, they must maintain a book. And it says, such book shall be of a size and style approved by the Lowell License Commission. Do we actually have a book? No.
Not a book, but I mean approved size.
Approved size and style, as it says in the, that should be approved by the Lowell License Commission. I just wonder if it's ever, a book has ever been approved, or? No, okay. That's all I just,
The only thing I was concerned with her is, that, again, somebody coming in with something like a Bose.
But even if, I mean, she should have a book, whether it's.
she should. I was just
Right,
wondering
okay.
Well,
if someone came into the office,
should
if
have
we
brought-
had one that says, this is the one that we want you to use. That's all I was wondering.
If I could just add to that by just saying where the policy of the Lowell Police Department is to expect, particularly pawnbrokers and the second-hand, not the old gold, silver, and platinum licensees, to report daily on the items they receive
Right.
on a regular basis. Part of the city ordinance is, prior to that ordinance, probably an amendment, but previously, they would have been certainly a book that police could have walked in on, members of the License Commission could have walked in and said, let's see the book you have
Right.
on what items you received. But the specifics on the specifications on the size, and to my knowledge, that was never established.
Okay.
Just,
All right, we have one other item, which is a complaint.
Just received from the Acting Deputy Superintendent of Police, Arthur Ryan. The complaint is dated February 25th, 2009. It alleges misconduct on the part of the licensee, Puff Inc. Claude Shellard is the manager of record. This is the all-alcoholic beverage restaurant licensee at 171 Lakeview Avenue, commonly known as C-Spot. Commission may want to schedule a date for public hearing on this complaint.
Okay, I read the letter. They have, the letter charges them with serving after hours at 2:45. Further in the letter at the last, they claim that there was also a complaint on file from Officer Norbriga about a disturbance that I guess it was not brought before us. The thing, and I'm not saying that we should, hold them responsible or anything, but it bothers me that in the complaint from, in the report from Officer Norbriga, it said that the manager and an employee of the C-Spot were uncooperative. That bothers me. That's kind of, to me, is like a red flag. They've got a liquor license. They have to understand that, if a police officer, at least is the way I feel. So I would entertain a motion, probably, that we notify them of a hearing whereby we could consider the revocation or the rollback or suspension of their license. How do you feel?
I'll second the motion for a hearing.
How do you feel?
I'll agree with that.
I mean, we
Yeah.
can, okay? Motion made and seconded to send them a notice. When is we need to give them at least, 14 days?
The written notice should give sufficient time on a possible decrease in hours. Minimum is 14 days.
Okay. So, yes.
Again, I think this has been brought up previously. By the time the notice gets sent, depending if they get counsel, I really think it's better to go, not the next meeting, but the next meeting out, just in case an attorney,
Wanna do
or
that?
they
That's
can't
fine.
make it,
Okay.
to call the officers off.
All
It's
right,
just,
so what would be the next one, Ryan? Not,
After, we meet again on, the board is scheduled to meet on the 12th of March, then they'll meet again on the 26th.
All right, the 26th. The only thing I would say there, and you know, if you feel wrong about this, you know, say so, I don't want to be the one. But myself personally, I feel if we skip that to the next meeting, you know, we don't want any, gee, I can't make that date, you know?
Right.
Or my
Well, that-
lawyer, you know, we're giving them plenty of notice, give them 4 weeks.
Again, you can do, in the past, I've asked that if you put it on for 2 weeks, just have a cutoff date that they have to say by X date, which hasn't been done.
Right.
But again, the problem is when they get a lawyer who on Wednesday or Thursday morning notifies the commission, then
Right,
it's like the
exactly.
officer.
And
It's like,
we-
you can put it on for 2 weeks, but I would just say,
No.
send in the letter saying, look, you need to notify the license commission by, you know,
A week
the preceding Monday, just so we can, you know, the officer can either be here or he has the opportunity to,
Would that be all right?
you know, work a different shift or,
All right.
or what have you.
The secretary will include that in there, then, that we would have to receive notice of a post.
It's about 4 days. In
Well,
other words,
the Monday
by
before
By the
would be
Monday
Monday,
of the
Tuesday.
day, week of that
Right,
scheduled meeting.
right. That'd be great. I
Is that
think
enough
that's
time for the police department to adjust
That all right?
schedule? Because, I mean, I don't want to bring an officer in here or pull him off a shift or
Yes,
throw
that'll
them-
be fine, 4 days.
Okay,
Okay.
4 days before,
Do
okay?
you want officers involved with both matters?
No, just the principal complaint of serving after hours. The other complaint, we're not gonna be considering that. It bothers me that they were given, you know, they were not cooperative with a police officer. People have to understand that, you know, they've got a liquor license and there's certain responsibilities. And it obviously bothered the policeman enough to write a report about it. You know, I think it's a lot like getting stopped and getting a warning, you know? They give you a warning, slow down, you know, and the guy gives you a break. But sometimes, unfortunately, people look at that as a sign of weakness. They don't appreciate the fact that the policeman's giving them a break, you know? We're gonna, I just, and for them to take the time to write the report, I think that that has a bearing that they didn't cooperate. The only other thing, I've had a number of phone calls, and I brought it up earlier with that young lady, was that, are we actively checking places for people selling gold to these stores and things? You know, is the manpower there to do? I've had a number of people say to me, you know,
Mr. Chairman, we check all of these establishments on a regular basis. We've had an ongoing investigation into burglaries in the city in the past several months. Part of that investigation involved pawn shops and secondhand shops, and there are a couple of matters that we will be bringing to the commission's attention shortly.
good, thank you. I mean, a lot of people ask me that question, are you guys, you know, because they see these gold ads on television, you know, put your gold in a bag and send it to Timbuktu, we'll send you a check for $29.95, you know. I don't know if that's it or not. The other thing that just the public should know, and that I don't, do you have the list of establishments that were on the sting operation that was held?
I didn't receive such a list.
I did.
I thought I saw a list of about 10
Yeah.
or so establishments that were,
I thought you sent
they
it to
all
us.
passed.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, okay. There was, we don't have it, and I apologize for that. Was anybody caught that night?
I think the last operation we had was on package stores as opposed to bars. And the last operation anyway, there wasn't anyone who violated.
Great.
But
great.
I
think
can
the
get- I can
public
s-
need-
I can send a copy of that list to Ryan.
I apologize, I had it, did you get a copy of it?
I did,
Yeah?
yes.
Okay, you know, I think it's important that people know, I think there were 10 or 12 on the list, everybody passed, you know, and it's nice for the people to know that, you know, the department's out there checking, and that the bar rooms and the restaurants that were tested passed with flying colors, and that says something for both the proprietors and the police department. Obviously, the job's being done. Anything else?
No?
What's the date for the hearing on the, did it stay the 26th, or was it
26th.
moved up to the 12th? Okay.
It's gonna be the two meetings from now. Right, okay. Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion to adjourn, seconded, all in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's see. Was this, coming home, Benjamin? 15 minutes, actually 14, because you were a minute late.
That's longer than...